Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Bellevue in Ward 8. Yes! I am Monique Yosef, Bellevue Commissioner, and proud to say that I am the chair of ANCAD. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming today. Yes! You know, bringing good foods here has been a long journey, and I'm so honored to be a part of the commission that actually brought it to fruition. Thank you to Michael's Development for chugging along and closing all the loose ends, and to the Bellevue Civic Association for providing detailed information about the development that's coming to this community. And to all of you residents who came to our meetings, who gave us the input and told us exactly what you want. Good Foods is now here, so thank you for that. I know that you all know that there's a lot of things happening in Washington, D.C. D.C. has grown. You know, according to the 2020 census, in just 10 years, Ward 8 has grown from 71,000 to almost 79,000. And for 79,000 people, we still only have one grocery store, and that is the Giant on Alabama Avenue. We're here in Bellevue. How many people are actually going to walk to the Giant? Okay, and you can take the bus, but how long is that going to take? But right now, Good Food is here. It is walkable. It is in our community, and it has the things that you want. So they're here today. This will also help our business corridor. When we need small things, like we want lunch for our community, we want to sit down and have a good meal. We also want to have small snacks and just a coffee for the morning. So now Good Food is here. Today we have all that, and we are fortunate to have a chain that came in that can utilize all this space. Why would you not want to come here and shop at Good Foods? I mean, look at this glass. It is beautiful. Good Foods is reasonably priced, and also, too, they hire people in our community. What more can we ask for? With today's ribbon-cutting ceremony, we are not ending the food disparity that we're suffering here in Ward 8. So don't be fooled by redistricting. Some of the items that are coming into our area because our borders are widening does not mean that it's going to come to this specific way. So we need you all to come together. Tell the powers that be exactly what you want to see in your community. It all depends on you, and you is us. So when Good Foods comes here, please support Good Foods. Come down, shop here, and treat them like family, because they are. Thank you so much. Yes. Now I'm going to introduce Phil. He is the owner, Oasis partner, and Good Foods Markets, Phil Sambo.
Hello, everyone. We made it. It's been a long journey to get here to the grand opening of Ward 8's newest grocery store, Good Food Markets. Thank you, Commissioner Diop, for the introduction. I'm Philip Samble, the Executive Director of Oasis Community Partners, which is the nonprofit that runs Good Food Markets. And 5 years ago now, we stood at this spot and envisioned a grocery store serving fresh, healthy food, a store with a cafe, with a community space where everyone's welcome to shop, learn, meet, and share ideas. And we saw a place that was more than just a store. And today, that vision becomes a reality. We're thrilled to share this space with ANCAD, over 200 residents here at South Cap, as well as Community of Hope, the Bellevue Library, Trinity Plaza, Secrets of Nature, the Bellevue Pharmacy, DHS, the Well Urban Farm, which is opening up this year, right down the street. And I just want to recognize a few people who made this possible. Good Food Markets co-founders, Chris Guerin and James Anderson, is out here somewhere, who've given years of time and resources to make this a reality. It would really not be here without their leadership, commitment, and talents. The second is the Bainham Family Foundation, who's been a part of this project since 2017, supporting us through all sorts of challenges, whether it was construction delays or cost increases, COVID, supply chain challenges, all sorts of things. They've been here every step of the way, alongside Mayor Bowser's administration, DSLBD, DEMPED, and DISB, who've all participated to make this grocery store a reality for Ward 8. It's my pleasure to introduce a Ward 8 resident and employee of Good Food Markets, Chandela Blakeney.
Hello, how are y'all this morning? Okay, good evening, my fellow Ward 8 residents. I'm Chandela Blakeney. I'm a senior at Trinity Washington University. I'm a business administration major and an economics minor. You guys are looking at a future business owner right here. Okay, once I graduate in May 2022, I will continue my education onto graduate school. However, during my academic career, I've had the luxury and the pleasure to work at Good Foods Market. To this grocery within Ward 8 community, it's the fact that I myself am a part of this community. So I'm glad that this store is here. So I like to volunteer and tutor the youth within Ward 8. But Good Food Market open here in the southwest location. This allows me to give back to my community, since Good Food Market provides healthy foods and nutritious food within my community. I understand the inconvenience personally when it comes to grocery stores within this community. We have to go miles, we go out of our way, and it's uncomfortable. But now we're here, not only is the food nutritious and it's healthy for us, we get to engage in our community. I am a aunt, I'm a daughter, and I'm a sister. So I care about the health and the well-being of my family. And I know within my community, we all feel the same way. And Good Food Markets provide this for all of us. And since I work here, I've had the luxury and pleasure of seeing that basically Good Food Markets cares about the community that it engages in. It cares about the people, it cares what it serves. So as a community, let's get together and all come and celebrate Good Food Market and be a part of this. And introducing Mayor Bowser.
Well, here we are. Good morning, Ward 8. I am thrilled to be here to celebrate the opening of the Good Food Market. Isn't she lovely? I want to acknowledge, where's the young lady? Where did she go to just introduce me? Who did a fabulous job, future business owner, Trinity, Washington, and Ward 8 resident. Give her a big round of applause, because that is what it is all about. I want to acknowledge your council member, Trayon White. Give him a big round of applause. Your council member, Anita Bonds. Give her a big round of applause. And your forever First Lady, Cora Masters-Berry. Give her a big round of applause. I'm going to talk fast because it's starting to rain, but I want to acknowledge all of my team from DENPED to DCRA to DSLBD. Give them a big round of applause for seeing this to fruition. And I have a lot of notes, but I'm just going to say this. This is a model, folks. We called it out 5 years ago, and we're expanding on it today, and we'll be expanding on it for years to come. When we see a successful business in one part of the city, you know what I like to say? Let's invest in them. And let's see them in another part of the city, like Ward 8, that needs good food. We created a fund those 5 years ago called the Neighborhood Prosperity Fund. And it was that fund that allowed us to make the first grant of $800,000 as a seed. And you know what happens to seeds. If you feed them, they will grow. And they will blossom into a positive enhancement in a community. And that's exactly what we see here today. We're making even better. You're going to get in this market and you're going to see, I don't care if you live in Ward 1, Ward 8, Ward 4, Ward 5, you want good food. You need nutritious food. And we know that nutritious food is just how we get started to a healthy life. What we've seen for sure in the last 24 months is we need to do everything possible to make sure our communities have healthy lifestyles, food options, food access. And we've been deprived for too long. This is an investment. This week we made a further investment. Did you hear about it? $9 million from the Food Access Fund that will allow 8 local restaurants, remember the model, remember, successful in one part of the city can be successful in another part of the city, like right here in Ward 8. So DC-based places like the MLK Deli and Half Smoke will open new locations in Ward 7 and 8. And those grants are just $9 million of the $58 million fund. So we will be opening applications for the Nourish DC Fund again, so more locations can look right here to Ward 8 to open their businesses. We know that sometimes the government has to be first. This is what we went down to the council to tell them about St. Elizabeth's. Because at St. Elizabeth's just 7 short years ago, the project hadn't kicked off. Nothing was happening. We didn't have an anchor. We just had promises. So we went in there. Some people are criticizing it today. They are. But we went in there with $58 million to build the entertainment and sports arena right here in Ward 8. And that was a seed that is starting to grow. Because now not only do we have the entertainment and sports arena, we have new housing for new Ward 8 residents that they can buy and that people can afford. We're also going to have a brand new state-of-the-art transformative center for our men who are experiencing homelessness so they can get a fresh start. And in a couple of short years, we're going to have, just like we promised, a brand new state-of-the-art hospital right here in Ward 8. That's what we're going to have. And that's, you know, as your council member like to say, that's the vision. And without vision, the people will perish. That's the vision. Let's do something, Trey. Let's do something, because that is the vision. And it is becoming a reality. And that's what you can do with longevity. You can do it. We've been able to see some things from start to finish. And we're going to finish a lot more with your help and with your support. I'm here to talk about good food. I want to thank the commissioner. Because when I saw that commissioner, I've seen that look before. I've been that commissioner. I've been that commissioner when you've been working on delivering a project that transforms a neighborhood and a community and it delivers. I've been that commissioner on Riggs Road. So I know that feeling. So congratulations. Let's hear it for your commissioner. And now, let's do it again. Let's figure it out another corner. And I know the council member and I will agree on this. Let's do it again. Let's figure out how as a community, we're going to work together on the development that we want. And we make developments like we want. And the people at Good Foods, where are our Good Foods people? You did it. They have a vision. They have a commitment. And when you find business owners like this that are just not bottom line people, you know, dollars and cents, they're about community and changing lives and hiring in the neighborhood. You want to keep them around. And you want to support them at location after location after location right here in Washington, D.C. Ladies and gentlemen, your council member, Trayon White.
God is good. And all the time. God is good. So I want to thank our mayor, Muriel Bowser. Give her another round of applause. Because it was truly her leadership that helped push us to where we are today. I want to also give honor to our mayor for life, Marion Berry, for his leadership. Sometimes in life we reap what we have not sown, and so we're reaping what we have not sown today. Also, I'd like to acknowledge Miss Teresa T.J. Jones, who's also labored for this party. Give her a round of applause in her absence. She passed along, but she worked hard and fought for this to come to fruition. Also, James Bunn, William Lockers, and the ANCs. And so this takes me down memory lane. I grew up right here in this community. I remember when we used to walk up here to Murray Steaks. Anybody remember Murray Steaks? They steak and cheese. Oh, okay, stop it. You're going to make me hungry. But I remember this corner used to be a liquor store. Isles Liquor. And so this is a transformation here for Ward 8 that we are saying that we need a healthy lifestyle. And this is the beginning. Not just about food, but about education about what we eat and how we eat. Because we know we have a lot of health disparities in our ward that's detrimental to our health based on what we put in our body. They say garbage in, what? Garbage what? Garbage out. And so Good Food Market is a prime example about putting positive, good food into our bodies. And that's what we're doing in this community. I had the opportunity to visit a good food market on Rhode Island Avenue. And I realized they were hiring from the community. And so when I saw Ms. Blakeney here today giving her speech, I was equally as encouraged. They're hiring right here from our community. There are a lot of Ms. Blakeneys here in our community that need an opportunity, that's going to get the education, doing exactly what we tell them to do. But we have to build the infrastructure to ensure that we can come live and thrive in our community. I look at this building here done by Michaels, and I get calls from the residents that are from the community. And I always say, Mayor Bowser, you know what I say, we can always build buildings, but are we building on the people? And that's equally as important to me. And so today I'm grateful. I'm blessed to be here today. I honor my grandmother, who used to walk up here to People's Drug Store. Anybody remember People's? Oh, see, I know some of y'all been here for a while. People's Drug Store. To get her medicine. And so I know it's raining, so I digress. But God is good to us. We are grateful. We want to duplicate, as the mayor said, this in other places throughout the water. So I'm thankful that you all gathered here today to celebrate this. We have to do more. Can we say more? Can we say more? God bless you from the great Ward 8. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember White. Let's give him another round of applause. My name is John Palcicchio, and I serve as Mayor Bowser's Deputy Mayor for Planning and Economic Development. When Mayor Bowser talked about what it took to deliver this store, it took a lot. So I want everybody to remember, where were you on January 3rd, 2019? Do you remember? In the bed? Okay, maybe. Well, Mayor Bowser and Councilmember White were right here, breaking ground on this building, this project, right? And think about all that we faced together as a city from January 3rd, 2019 until today, right? We know what the pandemic did, right? Everybody's got to get vaccinated, so we crushed the virus. Everybody's got to get vaccinated, right? So we knew the pandemic, we had to face that. People lost their jobs because of the pandemic. We had an occupant at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, we won't say his name, but you remember who that was? We had to face that, right? And we face challenges with this project too. We face challenges to try to get it going. And the mayor said we didn't have to just give one grant, we gave two to make sure that Ward 8 had a good foods market. Isn't that worth investing in, right? So what the mayor usually tells us, often, each and every day, early in the morning, late at night, is to keep pushing, right? So we all have to keep pushing. The reason we have to keep pushing is because there's more good food markets that have to be located in Ward 7, Ward 8. And so we've got a couple programs. So real brief, I just want to shout out to the team at the Deputy Mayor's office. I see them standing over here. So when you have questions about these programs, Tim White and Sabanglay Cook, they're going to raise their hands and their umbrella. You're going to see them about any questions about these programs about to lay out. So the mayor mentioned the Food Access Fund, a $58 million fund to make sure we create more food access points in Wards 7 and 8. Good Foods Market. It could be another Half Smoke. If you know Half Smoke at Florida and Georgia Avenue, they're coming to Ward 7, two locations in Ward 7. So what we want to do is we want to fund more food access points. The Food Access Fund is going to do just that. We also have another program called Nourish DC. Nourish DC is for all those entrepreneurs who now have a small operation. Maybe they do it out of their home and they want to be a business, right? And they want to make that business into a place that employs people. So Nourish DC is $1 million program to provide grants, technical assistance, and loans to those small businesses to make sure that they could hire their neighbors. So that's Nourish DC. So all of this is going to be listed at obviouslydc.com. Say it for me, Miss Chase. .com. So I want you to check that out. If you have questions, Tim Sabanglay, let's raise your hands again and your umbrellas. Let's give them a round of applause. So with that, today is not just about what we're doing here today, but it's about what's more to come. So Mayor Bowser, we're going to keep pushing, and we're going to keep pushing until we get all this funding into Ward 7, into Ward 8, and make sure we have more ribbon cuttings like this again and again. With that, Mayor, you want to come back up? She wasn't able to make it. If you want to acknowledge her.
Okay, and our Bellevue Citizens Association president, I'm told, sends us greetings. So give, oh, here she is. Here she is. Kimmy Morton.
Thank you, Mayor Bowser. Thank you, Councilmember White. And is Bellevue in the house? Does anybody know what Bellevue means? Bellevue is any neighborhood in Ward 8 that has a southwest address, west of South Capitol Street. And this new Good Foods Market is in Bellevue. And we are so pleased to welcome the Good Foods Market to our neighborhood. If there is anything we can do to help this facility work, please let the Bellevue Neighborhood Civic Association know about it. We will help you. Now, some of my officers are here. I'd like to introduce them. I think Mr. Samuel, are you here? Any Bellevue neighborhood officers? I just like to, there you go. There's Sheila Bunn, who is our vice president. Everybody knows Sheila. And Mr. Diggs, we have a number of people here, but we want to welcome you and thank you for coming out today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, let's cut the ribbon. My friends in the press, I will answer your questions after we cut the ribbon, and everybody gets to see the store. Yep. Okay, let's do it. Hey, Daryl. Yeah.
You good, Jay? I'm good. Sheila's daughter.
Okay, 4803, everybody.
You good, Eugene?
Okay.
I'm good. Good, Jay? I'm good.
Here we go, everybody.
All right, 4803. 1, 2, 3.
She said Q&A after the cut the ribbon, so